cluster creation. For Kubernetes cluster creation, everything I have used the Terraform. For the basically for image creation, I have a different pipeline which
Mm,
create the image and push to the Docker Hub. Then I have a third
yeah.
pipeline for the Helm, basically who actually do the Kubernetes configuration and deploy the
Mm,
pull the images and deploy in the cluster. Okay, I have the fourth pipeline which actually enable the AWS controller, because it should be independent pipeline which
mm,
actually enable the AWS controller for a specific cluster. So this I have the four to different of pipeline basically, but I'm not able to understand like is it the right way industry
mm,
follows it, or it's like a single pipeline everything is done usually. So what's the best practice
mm.
component should be
We,
like? Yeah.
okay. So, see, basically, first of all, you should pick one of the CI/CD tool, right? Maybe GitLab is these days everyone is using GitLab, which is very much popular. They're moving away from GitHub or Jenkins. Everyone is using GitLab right now. Okay. And then on that, basically, if you see, there are two pipelines mostly used. One is for infra creation. You keep it separate.
Yeah.
Another is for deployment, application deployment, right? Maybe if you talk about cluster, EKS cluster, you want to deploy, you want to install some pods, you want to install some maybe daemon set like Datadog also on top of it, right? Monitoring, or you want to use Argo CD or Helm, everything. This will come as a part of deployment pipeline, and you have infrastructure pipeline also. And in terms of authentication, authorization, it will be part of stages which are part of GitLab. So when you write a GitLab code, you will define stages, right? Stage one, stage, which are dependent on each other. So you have to write stages in that, right? So
Yes.
let's see the company-wide example, which most of organizations use these days, is that you have Terraform. They will use Terraform. Kubernetes will be there, right? GitLab will be there. Uh, Along with that, they use Helm chart for deployment, right? If you have AKS cluster, they will use Helm chart for deployment using Argo CD. Okay, Git principle. Git principle is these days required because if you want to update anything on the go, because cluster keep on updating, right? Your Datadog keep on you can say updating, so they can make use of Flux, which is which is running as a pod within the cluster, and it's look for changes, and then it apply those changes on the cluster itself without you being changing the code every time, you being running
Okay.
your pipeline every time to get that code updated, right? So
Yeah.
like that, it is there, right? So this is the best practices you follow. Sometimes infra is also created as a part of pipeline, but we keep it separate because infra is something we do not much often, but very rare, right? But infra will be separate because then we store the state file of it in backend like cloud providers, right? So it start with basically,
Yes.
if you see, it start basically with if you want to set up something, you have to on your system, or maybe you put one Unix machine, or you can have your own AWS instance running, EC2 instance running on your machine. What you have to do, you have to configure AWS CLI. You have to download AWS CLI. Simple example I'm giving you. You will get Terraform. You will configure Terraform on your machine also. Install Unix Linux, right? You will install that, and then you will create your profile. Hi, Mohammed. You
Yeah.
will create your profile, right, with your CLIs, your passing your access key and secret key there, right? It will connect to your system. Or if you are directly on AWS, you can use AWS Cloud Shell also, where you have already have access, right? So in that way, and then in your Terraform code, I assume that you are aware of Terraform. If not, you can go and learn Terraform initially, basic practice from maybe different YouTuber who are already there, right? You can go and watch those videos and try to implement them on your own, because watching is different and implementing is different. Because implementation, you will see a lot of errors. They will give you sample code also, but that code needs to be updated also because AMI version got changed. You have to update the subnet IDs. Different set of things are there, right? You have to add backends also on your own, right? So standard practice is basically, I have put everything on LinkedIn. Okay, I have newsletter also. I have created my own, what you can say, uh, uh, AWS best practices PDF are also available on my webinar, or not webinar, on my what you can say TopMate account as a offering for you to buy purchase. You can go and look that also. PDF are available already there. You can go and use those, apply that. Those are use cases which I have done on real what you can say projects which are right now going on. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you are looking for, say if your application is a web-based application, right? You want to access, you will looking for a load balancers also, ingress controller also. Maybe you want to set up your DNS also, right? Along that. So those use cases are also available there. You can go and look into that. But standard practices, one is infra creation pipeline, second is your deployment pipeline. Infra is most especially driven to through Terraform only, right? And the what you can say, the deployment pipeline is Kubernetes, Terraform, GitOps, right? And then your GitLab is always be there, right? And then apart from that, you can also add HashiCorp Vault to secretly pass your variables, password, and all that. You have certificate manager also, which you need, right? You need to create a certificate and you have to pass secret keys also. You need to pass. Everything is being stored in HashiCorp Vault, and through pipeline we are passing them to a secret store within a cluster or within AWS secret manager, and then that secret manager is being, you can say, mounted on the pod within the cluster. These are the best practices which these days the organization follow, and use cases are already there on my LinkedIn newsletter. If you want to go, you can search on newsletter. Otherwise, ready PDF is available on offering which I have as a offering on best practices available.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, Gulfam. Mahesh, I think I hope able to answer your question.
Yes, super. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Gopal. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Gulfam, I want to hear you something. I know Samek. Samek, hi, Samek. Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Gulfam.
hi Ramandeep. Hope you're doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Just enjoying the session.
Yeah, how your learning going on? Samek is also from my organization. Okay, so we joined as a, you can say, junior engineer, right? And yeah, can you? Okay, Samek. Yes, please talk about it. I think let me listen, everyone.
I think you got confused. I'm not that
Confused.
Samyak.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, maybe yes. Right.
Yeah. So currently I'm doing my masters and I'm in
Mm-hmm.
BITS currently. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I think I am leading the Grafana community in Pune. If you
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's going good. And I am currently handling my private cloud of my college, and I got an opportunity to handle that cloud. From past 2 years, that cloud has been shut down, so I took that opportunity to learn and grow in the handling those hardware. So my teacher gave me a task that I need to run a ML model on that cloud, and
Mm-hmm.
healthcare based data on the healthcare data. I need to get some analysis of it, of some data. So I need to prepare for ML. Sorry, I need to prepare for first model, then train that model, and then get the result. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so after my end semesters, I will start doing that project. I will stay in my college in the summer winter vacation, and I will complete
Mm-hmm.
that project. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
how it's
Okay.
going.
So might be using AWS services, maybe SageMaker to build that, or
Yeah.
maybe.
I might be
Mhm.
using that. Even Anika is one of the API we are using in that cloud, and
Mhm.
on top of that, application has been made using C Sharp. I don't know much
Mhm.
detail about that, but I will soon dig deep and how it's going on. I will learn how it's going. Yeah.
So can you tell me what you can say motivate you to join this call? Anything specific you want to learn?
Yeah,
Because,
the thing is, Ramdeep, I'm I am in my own bubble right now, so I don't know how industry is going on apart from my college. Means how you leaders and how you practitioners are using day to day, how what tools you are using, how you are handling those errors. So I thought that I might not know everything, but if I get something out of this, uh,
mm,
it might help me in my when I start my career in companies. So uh, yeah, so I can dodge that error what you guys faced now, and I might bring a new value in my organization if if I get a chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So see, time has changed now. Everyone is moving to machine learning, right? MLOps and all that thing, right?
Hmm.
Under the hood, the DevOps has now changed to MLOps. It is
Yeah.
again same thing. You will be tuning the model using pipelines only. You will have to set a pipeline. CI/CD is being done by pipelines. So in place of DevOps, it has turned to MLOps, right? Machine learning operations and all that, right? And under the hood, if you see all the models which are running, if you create a model, you deploy a model, everything is being run on as a pod on cluster, Kubernetes itself. If you go through, do deep dive, it will tell you that where the pods are running. SageMaker, if you have the they are running a Kubernetes. They are getting a pod and they are deploying it. They are making use of that also. So Kubernetes is the base, right, for everything. Kubernetes will be there for long. Everything will be on Kubernetes. And this Terraform and all the CI/CD pipelines in DevOps, they will stay for long. No one can replace Terraform as of now because it is hybrid also, right? You talk about any other, it's hybrid, right? Even I have deployed Terraform with Terraform the what you can say Datadog also, getting Datadog dashboards, metrics, everything via Terraform only. You can use API call for Terraform also. You don't need to go directly on Datadog and apply this manually, right? You can use Terraform also. So these things will be there. You should know what all tools are there. You should practice those, start your learning around it, create your use cases around it. Even if you want to deploy a model also, train your model also, MLOps is the way to go for you also. Learn this, right?
Got it.
If you want to fine tune, rather than doing everything manually, right? You can do that with this also.
Yeah.
Uh,
Got it.
So,
Yes.
well, I have a question. Nowadays, I was also checking some videos on ML. Okay, and basically the more or less like the certification part, this beginners. Okay, I watch it, but I'm little bit skeptical about the pricing in AWS. And now I want to try. Basically, I want to write something in SageMaker or something, but I
Yes,
see its price is very high or something. So I'm not sure what's the right combination, which module at least I should try. Let's say if it will not cost me more or something. So anything you suggest, like, okay, these 2-3 modules you can use it, the price will be less, and this kind of configuration will actually a minimum pricing level or something as a developer.
Okay. See, Sachin. Basically, first of all, you need to focus on you can say tools which are like cloud first. One cloud, let's say AWS, right? If you
Yeah.
want to, because everyone has their own offering on machine learning models, so you have to design like that only. So first, go and practice the services which they have at present, right? Recently, I did AWS, what you can say AWS skill builder on AWS skill builder, which I got from my organization. I did a AWS skill builder AI, a complete AI cloud quest, where there was 25, around 25, 26 what you can say labs were there where I went in. In the source SageMaker, I create my Jupyter notebook. I deploy endpoints. On top of that, in VPC also connected them using what you can say API. We call API call from CDN, right? Distribution network. So it was there. So everything is being configured in that particular, you can say, lab, right? So if you are very practical and you don't want to waste, get a subscription of maybe for a month in 29 USD,
Okay.
30 USD, right? That's it, your limit. And with this, you can do all the labs on the skill builder.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
it will not
so
cost to my account. It will not cost to my account. It's just whatever I pay monthly, as you said it, that will, and lab will be
that
free.
will lab only. That will lab only. Their dedicated their lab. They will provide you labs and they will provide you all the resources, and then you can go and do them, right? So that's what it is. So you will learn. You will create a SageMaker. You do hands. You hand dirty. They will show you notebook, how to write notebook, what all things are there, right?
Yes.
The best way to do is that limit your cost, right? 30 USD. I won't pay. If your organization are not giving it, you can go and enroll for that subscription, and you will basically maybe sometime they give initially 15 days free also. I'm not sure that offering is there or not, and in that 15 day you can try that also. So, but it is there. I do a lot on that. I do my hand dirty using that only. So otherwise you won't be able to touch any service. No one will touch
Okay.
until you have your organization account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gulfam, I think you are there. I want to hear your
Yeah, hi, Ramandeep. Yeah, uh,
yeah.
Thanks. Actually, you created these such kind of sessions. That's good. Uh, why actually I'm joining this call? I need some guidance regarding the AWS cloud, and there are some sessions or some communities also. Like AWS Hero, and they are working on particular services like ECS, container or EKS kind of. So I want to move it with this AWS Bedrock and also the SageMaker, because right now I'm working with these OpenCV, computer vision applications. So just
Yeah.
need some guidance. How do I become a part of this AWS community? Because I searched more about it, but not found actually the good way apart from this um, physical attend of the initiation.
Basically, we have to increase your visibility, right? Ulfam? One thing is increase your presence on LinkedIn or public forums, right? Where you write blogs or where you do some video live sessions, go to community events, make your presence there, right? That is very important. One of the AWS hero reports to me. He has now moved out, but he reports to me and he has moved out now. Okay, so but the main thing is that you have to what you can say, make whatever you're doing available for all public. You should be helping others to learn, right? That's what hero is all about, right? You are writing blogs which will help, especially in that area, right? You must have
Okay.
seen services heroes are there. They are writing a lot of things. They have their own YouTube blog where they are sharing knowledge on the specific areas, right?
Yeah, got it. So which platform you're supposed to, apart from this Medium and for the blog purpose?
So nowadays everything is writing on LinkedIn also, right? LinkedIn newsletter is also there, right? You create your own YouTube channel also if you want. You start, you go to events where you can get chance to speak about it, right? And make them public, maybe recording and put it on the YouTube also, like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
basically you have to
Yeah.
increase your visibility. Increase your visibility. That's very important. Then visibility is required these days. There will be so many persons who are there out there. They are doing a lot of things around it, but no one knows about them because they are not visible. They are doing everything in silos, right? And they are not getting any use cases. You do whatever you do. Maybe make it more practical. Okay. Start use cases. I do all the blogs on star method. Put something on star method into and so basically PSM demo, anything which will make people feel like this is something different. I'm not learning. I'm just I'm going through end-to-end flow of it, right?
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Thanks.
So I might not be the right person to talk about it, but even I am not an skill builder or this AWS community builder or AWS CEO, but I know about that because of my past experience with these heroes. I was in
Yeah,
touch
but
with. Yeah.
actually, in the past, I'm only attended as two virtual event of AWS,
Mm.
and yeah, it's a good experience for different services. They are having like SQS or also this SageMaker. So I had joined that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
they
you have to
share
create
some
on
new
your space.
features.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to create your own name space where you are there and sharing everything on that space, right? So then you will be picked up. You have seen LinkedIn also. LinkedIn give you badge also, all that stuff because there are people are talking about those services specifically, right? Like that, AWS also pick people. Then you have to apply. They'll pick people who are contributing in that area. They are uh, spreading the knowledge of that area, right?
Yeah, it's it. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Thanks, Amandi. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Gulfam. Anything else? Yeah, Sachin or Mahesh, you were talking. I think Mahesh
Yeah.
is new into DevOps. Yeah, Sachin.
Yeah, I just want to because when I see in LinkedIn, I can see lots of flashy diagrams of architecture, correct? How the data is flowing and something which I didn't get which kind of tool we usually use it nowadays. Like it shows right, how data is flowing live, some kind of things. Graphical is used very good. So usually, which tool we are using for such kind of diagram? Good diagram
So
architecture.
it's again depends. Someone that given a take a paid service. Someone are using PPTs and then they are creating and then putting some efforts to create. You must have seen Amin Pathak. There was he created a very good looking video, the slides and all that, and the diagrams, and in that he has done manually editing on the PPTs, and these should move like this. There are tools available, but simple data and all that will not let you do, but there are set of tools which are already available, or people are doing that manually also by adding some transitions in the PPT,
Yeah.
right?
So
Then they save it and then they publish it also, right? So in that way they do.
okay. So draw.io we usually use it, but okay. So you're telling okay. There's no such paid tool or something where like you
There
are
might
aware.
there might be one player these days. Everything is coming up. People has put in. I didn't use that particular flow, right?
Flow. Okay. Okay.
Lucid, yeah. People are using Lucid Chart. Yeah, yes. Tell me.
Okay.
Sachin, I might have an answer for you for this. So, people generally use Microsoft PowerPoint for this, using transitions,
Yes.
what Ramandeep said. And second,
Yeah.
there is a guy who's recently started his own company for this work it only. The
Okay.
name is Cloud Diary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. He
and
keep on sharing.
and
Yes. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
He
keeps
keep on.
on sharing those architecture diagrams. And I don't know, once in a blue moon, I saw that he started his own company for the same task. So that's a
Okay.
very,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the Cloud Diary is his own startup, and the focus on the tool is to make this graphical interfaces.
Okay.
So yeah, you might search on internet, so you can get, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
but people these days, but people put a lot of effort in PPT and slide. They do
Hmm.
spend time over there doing things, right? And one more thing, these days, see, everyone is here to increase their productivity, right? Okay, so you might be stuck somewhere where you are searching. Earlier, everyone used to Google and search. If they stuck somewhere, nowadays, make ChatGPT your friend. Wherever there is a problem, go to ChatGPT. Ask him. Become a prompt engineer, which is very much required skills these days. Organizations are looking for people who are prompt engineer so that they can ask question in such a way that they get the right response and they scale up in their work, increase the productivity. That's very important. So maybe if you want, you can go and learn some prompt engineering sessions, trainings also. How to ask questions, right? How to get output. How you can give them examples to give you output in that way. How you avoid hallucinations also. There are a lot of things around it. So prompt engineering, one of them I think was from Coursera or EDX. I think I shared a link also earlier. Maybe I'll put today also maybe that link where people can go and do the prompt engineering. That's very important. Make your what you can say ChatGPT as your friend or as your trainer for a search engine, like search engine, right? Not Google. Ask ChatGPT everything, right? So that's very important. It will give you right answers in right context, and then you can try that also. Even it can give you diagrams, it can give you videos also. It will give you, if you are looking for some questions answered also, it will give you around that also. If you want to create your PPT slide also, it will give you PPT slide also, and you can then export it in a Visual Studio. Or maybe you want to get some dummy data to test something, CSV file, it will give you generate CSV file also. But you have to ask question in that way.
Okay.
Yeah, so make them your friend. Yeah, thanks, Amek, for that link. I think many people have already left, but yeah. Okay, so that's very important. You and end-to-end use cases, you have to build end-to-end. Some make you for you also. If you are training, then you have to see end goal, right? Business use case. Whatever I'm working on, whatever you're doing, is it required for that machine learning model? Is it not being achieved in a simpler way?
Yes, understood. Yeah.
By the business, I think I put one article also on business cases, which I've gone through recently in terms of how machine learning lifecycle works, right? It starts with a basic analysis, what we want to achieve, right? And then how we evaluate and how it turns into a machine, which particular data we need to work on, right? Whether we are doing, what you can say, training the model, what you can say, overfitting or not, right? How where we should stop, right? And what all things are there around it. That's very important to understand whether you are getting any features by using feature engineering. Few features are required, or where we should stop, right? Which feature is important? How we can turn our data into features, right? So that we can evaluate around that. And then other what you can say around other things around machine learning, like a temperature, top P, top K, and everything which everyone knows these days, right?
Good.
Yeah. Yes, Sachin.
Yeah, I think you're getting lots of answers. I have, I'm not sure, can I ask one technical question to you?
Yeah, Sachin. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think Samek want to hear that. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Actually, I was doing the vault, correct? Vault setup creations. Okay. Usually, I do the hosting in AWS. I run a EC2 instance and I just configure the vault. Then I host the dev. I configure the dev environment. Okay. Then I get the root token in the command prompt. Basically, when I run the server, I get the root token. Okay. That root token has a capability to all the things in the vault, basically. Okay. But if I want to automate it, like I can do the EC2 creation, I can run the profiling, because I can run the command to up the vault server also. But how can I get this root token in an automated way, basically? So that I was not able to figure it out.
Where did you put the root token? You get it from the vault only, right?
Yeah, from the vault. When we run the vault, when we run the dev server start, correct? It gives the vault. It gives the vault token. Basically, token it gives it.
So every time it gives it one time only, right? That token you can store as a variable also, right?
Yeah, that I'm storing as a variable in my GitLab as a variable and subsequent pipeline. But every time, so basically, it requires the manual intervention, correct? Like I have to.
Okay.
I want to avoid this.
Okay. So no. So if it's getting created automatically, dynamically, right? Get created dynamically. What you are saying is right. So what we can do, maybe we need to fetch it and maybe put it in a parameter store or somewhere, which will then refer as a variable, right? Value. So if you see in AWS also, if you have AWS parameter store, where you store your values, right? And those parameters values we call in the pipeline, right? Values, right? If or variables you define, right? So if you create a parameter store and get a AR and fetch the value from there, right? So one thing is you have to update the root, right? Root will be there. You have to pass the root value, maybe fetch it with script and get it from there and pass it to a parameter store and store in the parameter store. So every time when your pipeline runs, it will take it from there by default. You don't need to change the parameter in your what you can say CI/CD variable itself.
Okay, no, but I'm talking about the first time. Like first time, letters. There is no vault server is there. There is no vault server.
It's fine. First time is fine. You will get that manually. Then if there is not required manually every time, then first time is fine. Vault. How often you configure the flight in real time? How often you configure the vault? First time only.
Yeah. That's also the. So the same thing happens in industry also. Like first time vault server created and you store this token in secret. Okay, I thought that through pipeline we can create it vault server, but we also get this root token automatically and preserve it in some variable. It's not happening.
See, your root token will be generated by default, right? Maybe the way you can store is the way you pass it can be different, right? You can save it somewhere and you can pass it in a different way. You can either pipeline via pipeline or anything else. Right now, in our cases also, we have Postgres database where we set up username and password manually, right?
Yeah.
Or we do rotate also those passwords, and those passwords are being stored in a vault, HashiCorp vault as a variable. Whenever we pass those values, it will pick that password from there. And if you want to change that, you see there we have rotations also. Password rotation is also required. So again, that feature is available, whether that vault can support that rotation or not. And then if you do that, there are rotation policies. There are tools which will rotate and store the password also somewhere on the place. So there are different set of setups which are being taken care. It again depends how much you want to spend, how much complexity you want to bring in, right? And how much what you can say manpower you have to build those logic, right? If that is not required regularly, once in a while, people don't spend money, so don't put logic around it. That is for one time only, once in a while, right?
Yes, once in a while only.
Again depends na. What are the pros and cons? How much manpower it will require to do that? Can I do manually only one time and not required for after that, right? Why I will write a code?
Yes, you're right.
That's again depends based on your business case, right? If you want to update every time, I don't want to do that. I
Yes.
want something automation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Sachin. Samyak, I think from your
Yeah, I
side.
think I got my answer, and I will dig deep how I need to do my ML workflow and how I can deploy. And I will surely read your article which you mentioned regarding the use case and business workflow you are talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks,
Uh,
Samyak.
uh, so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
can you
Yes,
ping the
Vivek.
link where you have some article related to the MLs, like ML use case or something?
Yeah, no, that is one article, business case, a simple business case article I've written. So
Okay.
why we need to go manage anything ML life cycle? Give me a second. That is I think that is with you also, na? In the what you can say, but you purchase the document also, right? That one. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
there also. I think I put it there also. So maybe you can go to my newsletter. The last article is that only.
Okay, sure, I will check it.
Let me. You can you go to my newsletter? Do you have access to that, or let me open and share? Give me a second. Let me share
I
my
have laptop on, so link. I don't have it. What should I search in Google, like newsletter?
no. Let me open that. I'll share it with you. The newsletter which I put was on that only. So there was a newsletter. If you go activities there. For business use case, maybe some Mac also can. So what is the business use case? Sample GenAI business use case on AWS. Okay. This was while I was doing some training, so I came across this and convert into a use case. Okay, in a star method. So I think some Mac you can also see this thing.
Okay, got it. I also want to ask one question, not a tech question, but as you are very experienced folk in the industry, I saw, and you also came across many junior engineers around you in last many years. So,
Yeah.
what you feel that this point should be there when a junior joins a company, or the soft skill or a hard skill, tech skill? What you as a manager see that this skill should be there? So yeah, I just want that guidance.
Yeah. Okay. Some Mac. So yeah, because I think this is very important. First of all, the maturity level of a person, right? Communication skill is the must initially. If you start communicating, how they will talk, point to point, are they structured? The way they are presenting the thoughts, are those thoughts are structured or random, right? That is very important. That's why the banks and all that companies they ask you to structure your thoughts like in a star method, right?
Yeah.
In the past you have done something in the past, and how you are presenting it. That's very important. Because I'm not here to see what all services you know. I'm here to see how you follow, right? How you create your end-to-end flow of it, right? What all you have, what you can say, sold in the past, and what all goes in, how you strategize that, how you put, you can say articulate that to the person, right? That's very important because in an industry, if you are not presenting that, there are so many people, right? They do YouTubes and all that. I have seen many one. They have done a lot of certifications also, but they are not able to set end-to-end, right, process. So I ask use cases, give me use cases, end-to-end use cases around it. How you do that, how it integrates, how it works, right? It end-to-end is very important. The way the communication is the must. So you should be having a good communication skills. And then the third thing is yes, behavior question also, behavior things in terms of based on the priorities, how you set your priority goals, right? The priorities, how they manage the priority of a work. In an organization also, you might come across a situation where you have delivered something and some other and you have some delivery which you have to produce in next one day, but something happened in the some happen outage happen. How you manage it, right? Whether you how will prioritize that. You have the outage in the production, right? Someone goes and fix the production very important because there is an outage and it will create a loss. Whereas the other thing which is working is in not yet live, but customer is keen to make that live next day. So how you prioritize work, how you manage the work, right? Where Scrum Master play a critical role. So in that aspect, behavior things are also being what you can say asked, right?
Got it. Got it.
I think hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yeah,
These generic ones, but these generic one, but main thing is that structure your thoughts. If you are talking, if you are giving some interviews also, if you're evaluating someone, or you are giving by yourself, evaluate them on not on services itself, end-to-end services, end-to-end flow, the solution they have built, right? How they integrate those solutions. I give you example. I think 3-4 years back, I was giving AWS interview where they were asking that how I connect with which service I can connect with this service. I was not able to answer that time 4-5 years back. Yeah, they were asking question like this, right? Which all services can be integrated with this? If you don't know, then you are not there, right? People say I know everything on AWS, but if you tell them end-to-end use cases, right? How you create this, they won't be able to tell you. Even a simple EKS cluster creation, if you use Terraform or anything else, what all resources you need to create, no one tell you. Won't be able to tell you. What all they won't tell you policy I need to create, what all things I need to create, what all these are different node groups and all that we need to create, right? So if you do on your own manually, then only you know, right? Hands-on is must. So you have to evaluate that person on hands-on also, right? Whether he's doing or not. And the third is logical thinking, right? If you give him a Python code, he might not be able to answer, but you test him on logical thinkings, right? How you create logic around the services, right? Or around the what you can say. Simple example is if I do maybe based on branch, right? I give you example that if my branch is main, I should apply this code. If my branch is dev, I should apply this code. What is the logic behind this? How will define this logic in GitLab? Can you tell me? If you tell you if else loop, right? If this is there, else doing this, then you know that he knows something around it, right? Logics, you should understand the logic of it, right? You can learn Python, you can learn everything, right? But that thinking is important, right? Logical thinking is very important.
In addition to this, you asked that hands-on is very important, right? So many freshers like me, I saw that they are doing a lot of certification and they are not able to articulate or tell what exactly they did. Means they only know the theory part. They never use that service. So what are your thoughts that if do I need to do certification but I need to be well prepared, or I can just do some POCs and be okay, not do any certifications? So your thoughts on that?
Yes, Samak, see, basically when I started my initial learning on AWS for certification, whenever I saw video, I do hands-on along with that. Every time. I want to know. See, learning, you can go and exam and do objective type question. What you will do? You are just saying that I know this service. But I'm not master in this service. I don't know. I've never used it, right? On the real scenario, you have to go and implement, right? So that is one. Implementation is must if you want to scale up. For now, maybe you might crack interviews on basic, right? But if you go on job training, right, you will fail miserably, right? You won't be able to not able to articulate. You won't be able to say any use case, right? So hands-on is very important. Now, on certification side, certification is also equally important because organization want a people who have at least some understanding, some knowledge, right? So initial step, first step to identify the person who can work in an organization is the certificate. Right? So they will filter you out. Say they receive 20 CVs, 10 of them has done certification, 10 of have not done certification, they pick 10, right? So that is the initial step.
Got it.
To scale you up, if you're doing 5-6 certification, they say, oh, this guy has done 5-6 certification. Let me give the chance and evaluate him. If you don't have any certification, they say, oh no, you don't have. This is required for this particular job. Reject without seeing anything. Right? So that give you opportunity among you can say before others which don't have certification, right? But hands-on is must. That is required. Yeah. So practice. That's very important.
Got it. Even CKs are such certifications which a person needs to know a lot of Kubernetes before giving the exam, and still I don't know how people are practicing that. but they are able to do at very young level those certifications, even though
CK.
before joining the industry. Yeah, CK and CKS. I know some
Again.
people who are doing open source contributions, but along with that they did CK. I didn't know neither neither they work in a big MNC, neither they work in a startup. Then how they got the understanding of Kubernetes? So yeah.
Next. See, that is CK is straightforward, no? They teach you and you ask you create this, but they don't, what you can say, evaluate you on the use cases which are organization wide, right?
Okay.
They ask whatever they taught you, right? And the courses which are available, right? You can go and use that, right? Maybe Mumshad, Manabat and all that. They will talk you context basic out of it. You go through that, you learn, okay, you create this, you do this. The same thing you do, how you do backup. The same thing, right? How you do backup, how you troubleshoot. The same question appears every time. They are even CKD question available openly. If you go and search, you get all the questions there with answers. Okay. That's. But again, that is a stepping stone for you to go in an organization, right? Everyone should have that certification so that you will be visible. That, oh, this guy has done certification, right? I know
Definitely.
people don't want to spend much money, but again, at least one, so that you are there, right? Even the organization, like big organization, they are looking for people who are certified, so that they get some, what you can say, if you see, if organization have this many type of people, they get some rating from AWS or some premium partner, because based on that, they have their sources which are in that area. This one is there, right? So they get partnership also based on that, right? That's why our company want people who are certified also, right? And they want people to do more certification also, so that they got more credits also, more things, right? So that is
Definitely.
yeah, that is what it is at present, right? So even now they have launched that if you do any certification, you get some credits. Your organization will get some credits of it. Okay. I recently, when I did AI machine learning, right? So I did that Gen AI certification. So I think organization get some credit out of it also.
Perfect.
So Gen AI will be there, always will be there. So you are on right track. So do model and all that, fine tuning the models and everything, right? But yeah, along with that, do prompt engineering also, generative AI also, all this stuff also needs to be done, right? Because models are there, but everything is now. Especially for people who are not in the machine learning, they are not doing anything. They are not data analytics. They are not. They don't know. For them, Gen AI is. They go. They pick up Bedrock. They ask questions. They create use cases around it. There's so many use cases. Everyone can go and create their own use cases. But main thing is your data. Data is very important. How to filter the data, how to make use of data, feature engineer the data, right? Is it that data you are getting is correct or not, right? That is also very important. So you have to make sure the data which you are consuming is up to date, correct, right? That's very important. Yeah, so data is the key for everything. So even especially for machine learning and all this stuff, because we have everything. We are collecting data. We are for everywhere there are logs and everything. How to filter that data, how to customize data in a presentable way or in a predictable way.
Data mining is the important one.
Yes. Data mining is very important, and to get the right data, not the bad data. So you have to filter. If there are biased data, is it biased data, right? Is that data someone has put something? You have to work on data integrity. Also, someone might put something in data which might take you to a different direction. So you have to check the integrity of data also, right? So that's very important. Maybe there are same examples everywhere, or region specific, age specific data. Different set of data are there. So you have to filter. You have to base the data, right? You have to evaluate where it's going, and then you have to what you can say, rebase it, right? So customize it so that you are getting the right output, right? Otherwise, it will be overfitting, sometime underfitting, right? All that stuff will be definitely be there, right?
Yeah, for my use case, I will be collecting my own data. I have my own built IoT device, which I'll be using with every students out there and collect their pulse meter, oximeter, and stress level.
Okay.
So I will be using my own IoT device to collect the data for my ML model. So so the data part is sorted, but how to build a model and get analysis out of that is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, basically you are doing IoT. So you must be using IoT core also, right? To maybe I'm not sure if you are doing AWS services. So there is so we have IoT core device also, and then you have AWS as AWS Greengrass, which is deployed at endpoints only at edge, basically where your IoT core device is there, right? And then you connect and you collect the data from there. I think I put some article also on that initially long back while I was
Okay.
doing my professional certification. Right, during that time we come going through IoTs also. Yeah, so I think that's what you are following, right? That same approach.
Hmm. The next week I will be digging deep into that. I just know the higher overview of the project which I'll be working. But yeah, so super excited
So
for this.
let me, I think, give you a link, that link also, because that might be good for you. Okay, that is not here. Let me see, where is it? Maybe I'll ping you that. Okay, you ping me in the chat. Okay, I will give you the PDF of that. Okay, I will download and
Okay.
give you the PDF of that particular IoT core and IoT devices. Right now, organization also, this is also a separate thing. This has never been told. No one look into this, right? These are different scenarios which will mostly do. In the chat, I can't put the PDF, but yes, I will maybe message me. I will send it across to you. Yeah, Sachin, I think you have a question.
No. I thought after I will drop off.
Okay, fine. I think it was good. Nice talking with you, boys. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Only
Yeah,
thing is,
thanks a lot.
I will say like that's ML is booming up. So I'm also trying to read it. But one thing, it's lots of algorithm, lots of things. I'm not focusing on that. I'm just focusing on more the business understanding or actually the gut feel. At least as an experience which I have, I'm not sure whether I will do any hands-on in future or not. Because maybe as a lead or something, I should be aware about it, like in terms of what actually these models do and what are the key terms about it, all the things. So I'm not sure if you have any kind of plan, document, something, if you're planning in future, something like these are the at least 5 or 6 algorithm or something you should know about it high level or something, or these are the something key concept. Not in if it's like one page or something or 2 page or something, any newsletter you're planning to do in future. That will really help. Okay. Because this data science is too much, because actually this is not my core stream. This is not my core stream where I have to get more in depth, but I should know about it, about the term. So in future, if you see any services or if you see any customization which actually required for the machine, like machine learning or something, some APIs to be used. So we should able to evaluate all these APIs based on these key terms. Basically, okay, these are the or these are the particular models, or these are the evaluation metrics, like what are the confusion metrics or something. So these 3-4 things, okay, at least you should be aware, which is properly use it.
See, machine learning is not small. Okay, there are a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of things.
And yeah. See, so basically, what you can do is maybe that's what I'm saying. Enroll for exam only to show you everything. If you go to Silvermike, download his PDF, right? Everything is there almost.
Yeah,
so
that's
you have
only
to
I'm
learn
trying
because
to do it. So at least I'm getting some idea about a high level picture. Like these are the key points, key areas.
See, first of all, they have basic machine learning.
Yeah.
Basically, what you can say, transcoder decoder. You know from where this transcoder decoder comes in. They are transport decoder models, right? They have transport architectures, right? So you must have seen there was one. What you can say? Attention, it all required, right? Systemic. You are into machine learning. It's all about attention, right?
It's all about attention, yes.
All about attention, right? So all about attentions, and then decoder and encoder. Earlier it was in sequence only, right? Now too in parallel also, right? Otherwise it was text is being processed and then it is again processed. Now it has changed with this decoder only. So all the models which are defined, right? Either decoder based, encoder based, both, right? Or you have embedding models, you have LLM, large language models also. You have to understand this is again a brighter, you can say bigger area. Maybe you have to pick different areas and then focus on that, right? Maybe if you are looking for something, you can use Gen AI. generative AI is where you have bedrocks and all the models are there. You are just using the module as a backend, right? You call them APIs and you generate your output out of it. But you have to understand which model should be used for what use case. In AWS, also on Bedrock, you can evaluate the models. You can see costings. You can see which model is good for what, right? You
Yeah.
can compare them also on AWS Bedrock. There are services. You can go to SageMaker and all that. You can compare them there. You can evaluate them.
Okay.
It's already there on AWS. You log into AWS, you can check them there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sachin.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank
Samay, for
you.
your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ramanji.
Okay. Have a
Yeah.
great day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Amit. Thanks, Amit.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.